I'm the president of the ONYXCON Foundation. Happy day after Crimmel, day after Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Happy, as I say, what I say about Christmas itself. I say from Christmas all the way to the end of the year. This New Year's Eve. You understand? This is New Year's Eve. That's how I go about this. This right now it may as well be New Year's Eve to me. That's how I look at it. That's how I treat it. That's how I move through it. All these remaining days, just it's very ceremonial, very strategic, very enlightening, very optimistic. Oh man, let me say that again. Optimistic. Are you optimistic? I'm optimistic about this new year. You understand? I'm optimistic about this new year. Some of y'all might be looking at this trying to see the fit. Yeah, it's just what you see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. One of my freshest hoodies. You know what I'm saying? It's not even really my generation, but I remember when all that came out, so it's nostalgia and I love it, and I'm in the genres, I'm in the cultures. So, I wouldn't say I was a Power Rangers fan, but I appreciate the concept, and most importantly, what y'all can't see that I'll show y'all later, either in this live or in a short. I know I'll make a short, but it's got the robot, it's got the Zord, and that's always been my favorite part of the whole Power Rangers franchise, the giant robots and the suits, when they go into their suits and when they're fighting against the different creatures and stuff. That's all the part that I like. All the other little human conversation, no, they can keep all that. I don't even care. I never care. I just want to see the martial arts, cool ass robots, and the weird aliens. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all that mattered to me about that. So yeah, but like I said, I'll show y'all this later. I got this years ago. It was the highlight of that year. Speaking of highlight, I guess I'm just highlighting highlights. I'm in that zone. Like even some of the shorts I did today, I did some retro shorts, some flashback shorts, and I'm gonna be doing more and more and more and more of those going into the new year. But basically, this was like from Tuner Evo, the car show I went to out in LA in 2024, and there was a beautiful young lady, Amy. I can't remember her last. Was it Amy Bird? I think it's Bird. Yeah, with a Y. I think that's her name. She's gorgeous. And she was one of the highlights of that trip, in addition to others like Cece. I'll never forget Cece's name. Cece is just, you know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, gorgeous lady. Um, very, very pretty, cute Asian honey with the longest hair I think I've ever seen on a lady that fine. I mean, her hair literally went to her feet. It was insane. It was just like, golly, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But yeah, those are my highlights from that. And so I've done many videos over the years, little shorts of it. But great content is great content forever. And just because you put it out one way, one time, you can always do a remix. So it's kind of a remix of that year. And like I said, I'm in a reflective zone about the last few years, not just this year. But I am going to highlight 2025. And I'm going to be doing like the best of series, whether it be just shorts, long videos. I keep telling y'all to hit the long videos, watch the long videos, show support for the long videos. We need y'all watching the long videos because, first of all, it takes more editing, it's more time involved, and quite frankly, that's where the meat of the channel is. There's so much cool stuff over there. If you just take a second and let it turn into a few minutes, let a few minutes turn into at least 15 minutes to 30 minutes. I mean, that's all I need from you daily. Just watch one. Just watch one. I'm saying this especially to my subscribers, people who've already subscribed, my monetization nation. That's who y'all are, right? And you can comment too right now if you're subscribed. Only subscribers can talk when I'm live. I don't play that just talking to everybody and dealing with the riffraff of the world. I have no tolerance for that. Zero. So yeah, only let me and my subscribers. So if you're a subscriber, you can chat in the chat. Um, Still keep it right, you know what I mean? Keep it on the up and up, because that's the only way it's gonna ever be worthy. So yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of retro flashback, thinking back, reflection, as everybody does this time of year. And I'm gonna be doing it categorically. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate you. That's what I'm talking about. That's my ones right there. I just be waiting to see when y'all every time you don't understand when y'all do that. That's just I just filled up the tank. You just filled up my tank. I literally just filled up my tank. Use the gift card I got for Christmas. Thank you, family. You know what I'm saying? Fam coming through, boy. I got a gift card for I was like, that's the ultimate gift. Anybody you know driving, give them a gas card. Give them a gas card or a gift card. Don't worry about buying stuff and trying to hope you pick something they like, unless they straight up told you, oh, I can't wait. I need this game. Oh, there's this one shirt. If I had that hat or what. Yeah, even if two people buy them, they'll never be mad about that. They got two of them. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, even if it's got resale value, it's like no one's going to get mad at that. But when it comes to just trying to pick stuff and hope you're doing stuff that they like, that ain't the way to go shopping for nobody nowadays. I think everybody should just keep it easy. I know we love to see them boxes under a tree or wherever however your system is for gifts. But I'm on the like, man, hand me a gift card any day. It ain't got, don't wait for Christmas. Just a gift card? What? Like I can go and buy what I need, whatever it is, like gas cards, some free whatever. Like, man, that is everything. Like I'm literally gonna get 4 tanks of gas. You understand? Well, maybe not 4, maybe more like 3, depending on if this gas go up. You know how it go up and down. But that's major. That's major. Like when I just filled up, it was like roughly $25. Because I wasn't all the way on E. I was like just before E, like a quarter left or something. Man, I was so happy. I'm like, ooh, if the gas stay where the price is right now, oh yeah, oh yeah. At this particular station, because you got to go to that one station when you got that card or whatever. Man, please, that's gonna be so good. I'm gonna work twice as hard this week, just knowing I ain't gotta worry about gas. Just like bumping. All right, I'm out here. Let's go. Like literally right now. The reason I always go live, but the reason I'm about to do this content I'm about to do for y'all today, when I go to town, because I don't always go to the city, but I always say like if you live in Atlanta for real, and you know how Atlanta really works, the metro area. Y'all hear me always talk about metro. I even put it in my art. If you know about my Cyberpunk ATL series, my fan fiction joint, you need to be checking that out. It's dope. Not just because I made it, because I know it is, okay? But I talk about the Metro in there because I'm reinforcing the concept of what it really is. Metro Atlanta. It's the reality of Atlanta. And most of us who are from here, unless you literally have always lived in the city limits, your whole family in the city limit, which there are families like that. But most people, they may have grown up a little bit like that, and then they moved out. They got in other places around the metro. They were in the city. Now they in Decatur. Now they in Fayette County. Now they in Douglas County. Now they in Cobb. Now they in Coweta. Now they in, man, I mean, so many. We got counties. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of counties surrounding Fulton. Fulton is where the city of Atlanta is. City of South Fulton. Hello. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Soulful. That's one of my stomping grounds right there. Soulful all day. Soulful, Clayco, you know what I'm saying? Clayton County, all that. So these are the areas where people really are. It's not what people think about Atlanta if they're not really from here and don't know. Like I saw a video just the other day. This girl, she had me rolling through the whole video. It's nothing it's mostly stuff I've already heard people say, but it's the way she said it that made it entertaining. She was obviously, I would guess, somewhere in her 20s. Pretty girl, black lady, talking about she came from somewhere else, like a lot of people transplants. She said, let me tell you something, living in the city, man, Atlanta will break you if you don't know what you're doing. You better have your money right. You better be about your coin, she talking all the coin, all her little young phrases, how they talk. But what made me laugh was the way she kept saying, you know, don't think for a second, I don't care where you're from, that this place is easy. Because people will come from New York and be like, if I can make it in New York, I can make it anywhere. Yeah, okay. Go to Atlanta. Come to Atlanta, shout. We'll see about all that. And then there's ones who do make it, but then what's your definition of making it? And a lot of them, their definition is very shallow. Like to them, it's just all about some money, being able to sit in a club, in a section, pop bottles, smoke hookah, and die young. That ain't making it. That's lame to me. That's lame as hell, quite frankly. That's not making it. Making it is at every age you are healthy. You understand? Like generally, everybody, no one's stuff is perfect in America or in the world. It's too much stuff they putting in us with all these companies selling you different things and convincing you of different things. And you start eating stuff, and then you find out later, even if it is good for your body, it ain't good for you particularly. You got to change some things. So, it's about that. It's about your workout regimen, whatever that is. It's about understanding your genetic codes and everything, so that you ain't stuck on some constructs of, well, we eat. Who's we? You said we. Yeah, you know what we eat. Again, you said we. There ain't no we. There's just me, there's you, and there's what you do, and there's what I do. This is why I keep telling y'all, for the cultures, plural, with a Z or with an S, but I like to say it with a Z because that's the way it's going to sound when I say it. Phonetic, baby. For the cultures, and I mean that with all my heart because it's real. It's the reality, whether people even say it. People talk for the culture, for the culture. Which culture? Soon as somebody says something you don't agree with, oh, you ain't for the culture. Fool be like, you ain't for the culture. And then now there's a battle. Over what? You got your way, I got my way. Do you, I'll do me. Everybody stay in their damn lane. We will intersect like we do, where we do. Okay? We will cross paths as we do, where we do, just like Spaghetti Junction, baby. If you real Atlanta, you know what I just said. And that ain't in the city limits. That's metro like a motherfucker. We're gonna intertwine like what? Like Spaghetti Junction. But you in your lane, I'm in mine. You going where you going. After we get past that junction, we keep going. Hey, we all come together in that point. ATL, and then that's it. Everybody doing whatever they doing, man. But that's a heavier conversation most people ain't willing to have about life itself. That's how it go no matter where you are in the world. That's how it all really is. Universe bless. Hello. So I I got just in this headspace where I said, okay, I'm gonna do these categorical, all the elements of ONYXCON. I'm gonna run them down from everything from the visual arts, comic book culture, the movies, um, documentaries, hello, favorite shows, okay, music, right? And we're gonna get the awards. I'm gonna get my personal awards, and I'm gonna base it on some real stuff. It ain't gonna just be my opinion. It's gonna be on, whether it got deserved numbers or not. I'm gonna be shouting out some of the most overlooked, underlooked, underappreciated, all of that. I'm gonna get into all that, and I'm gonna break it down by a category. And then I'm gonna get into places. Since we didn't get a chance to go, like I really wanted, still forever, I always want to travel. Didn't get a chance to do any international travel. Did get to go one city, one new city. I've never been to Memphis. I went to Memphis this year. Shout out Memphis. And there were some highlights to Memphis. It wasn't all bleak as I expected most of it to be because I know how rough it is there. But there were some highlights. There were some highlights. And this was February, I think, or the end of February, March, somewhere in there. Because I remember the snow was still on the ground melting. Okay, and it was cold the whole time I was there. It would get a little bit warmish, but it was generally kind of cold while I was up there. So that was that. Like I said, shout out Memphis. Had my moment up there this year. That was a highlight. I'm gonna be talking about that. I'm gonna shout that out. Talk about places I wanted to go that I didn't get to go. And I can just tell you right now, what that is easy. It's like, I wanted to go to Brazil this year. I wanted to go to Puerto Rico. I wanted to go to, the list don't change. It just expands. I add new places. But Brazil was real, real, real heavy on my mind. And it still is, and it's going to remain until it happens. And even after that, it's probably going to be worse because I'm going to want to keep going back. Like some places I just know are going to, if everything goes the way I'm hoping it will go in any way, knowing there will be complications regardless because that's travel, I'm gonna want to go back. It's like Dominican Republic. It gave me so many troubles at times, but then for everything it did right, it completely overshadowed that. And all I came to the conclusion is you just gotta have your money right. Because if you got the money right, the stuff that was worrying me when things went wrong wouldn't even be a problem. Wouldn't even be a problem. I'd just be cruising along like no problem at all. Let's keep moving, right? So that's why we always saying we need these funds up. We need these folks to keep subscribing, supporting, watching long content and the shorts. And I'm gonna tell you something about shorts. I've been doing my analysis through AI. Y'all know I've told y'all before. If y'all are regulars here, you know how I'll be talking about this. I use ChatGPT and other AI sometimes like a secretary, and it helps. I mean, you got to check it. You got to make sure it's knowing what it's talking about, because sometimes it be all over the place. But when it's on point, it's hella on point. And you got to give it, I've learned with any kind of AI, whether it's conjuring images or conjuring analysis in just text, the more you give it, the better results you're going to get. Because if you got an idea in your head, like, I think this should equal this, but I'm not sure. Let me run it through this and see what it thinks. You can't, anything that you're thinking, I bet I should share. Like if you have 5 things you know you should share, but you only share 3 things to give it something to work on, you better go get them other 2 things. Because the way it works, it literally takes every single thing you put in and takes it into consideration. And it can change everything. Like I would get a result on something and I say, no, I don't like that. That don't sound right because I know if that was this, then this should be that. So I add in something else that I forgot to say, right? Suddenly I get a whole new result. Now I'm like, I literally went from years, for example, how to monetize via what's up? And somebody said, what's happening? That must be one of my subscribers. I appreciate you. Went from saying that it would take years to it being like months, you know? Well, somebody told me, what time is it here? First of all, where are you at? You got to do the proper check-in. Where you at? What's your age range? You ain't got to say your age if you don't like, that's fine. Uh, Male, female, okay? Sorry that I don't do no other options. That's where I'm at. I'm from the generation, we don't do that. We don't play with pronouns. We just say you either male or female. So, say that. Oh, Philippines. What's up? Philippines in the house, y'all. Okay, now we talking. We getting somewhere with it. And female, okay, how old are you? How old? And you don't want to say your exact age, at least say, 20s, 30s, 40 something. I need something. Talk to me. Philippines in the house. I get a lot of subscribers from Philippines too. Like, oh my gosh, what's up with these babies? Oh my gosh, all these babies on my channel. Why are these babies up in my feed? Damn. Oh gosh, what's up, boo boo? Oh Lord, the babies. Why? Lord have mercy, these teenagers. But you know what? All jokes aside, I do know from my numbers. When I look at my numbers on YouTube Studio, it tells you your age demographics of who is watching and all of that. So yeah, they said it is 3:50 there, 3:50 a.m. Lord, what are you up for? Go to bed. Damn, what are you doing? Lord, it's 2:51 here, p.m. Yeah. So y'all are always. I always know what that side of the world because I have been to Malaysia and I need to go back to that side of the world because I want to visit. I want to go visit. I want to visit Philippines. I want to visit. Excuse me. They talking about they sleep at 6 a.m. What, are you a vampire? What is going? Anyway, what's going on? Anyway, go get your older auntie. You got some aunties. Anybody that's at least 25 and up? Put them on here. Let them talk. Let them get on here and chat with the silver fox because I don't feel comfortable talking to children. That's not my thing. We don't do that. I can be a respectful elder, but I ain't trying to deal with kids when I'm live. Please, that's not it. That's not what we here. That's not what we doing. That is not what we doing. I'm trying to go into the new year. For example, meeting a new lady in my life, a grown woman. Hello, okay, somebody I can celebrate the new year with when it turned 12. You feel? That's what we aiming for. Oh my gosh, have mercy. Mm-mm. Like I say, nothing to say with no youngsters. That's not what I can be friendly to everybody, nice to everybody. I used to run an event. That's what this thing, ONYXCON, used to be. It used to be a Comic Con. So we've always had a family event atmosphere, and it was every age there and everything. But when I switched to just doing online content, my goal was always to just focus on. I know that everybody might still be watching, but my demographic, my primary demographic is like 20s and up, straight up, definitely. Because I speak, especially when I'm live. I got to figure out. I don't even know if there's a way to do it. No offense to my young audience, but sometimes I want to cuss. I want to say whatever I want to say, and y'all get enough of that from other grown folk and young folk online being like that. But I'm not ratchet about it. I'm just real grown and direct about it. Whatever I got to say. So it's not just mouthing off saying something foul just to be foul every other second, saying stupid stuff because that's what most people do. You know, it's like don't be obnoxious, man. But some of these people, that's who they are. So Whatever. They got the millions of followers while I'm around here, I ain't gonna say struggling. I deal with what I'm supposed to get. I know I'm not. Whatever. If I ever get a million subscribers, it's gonna be some of the best people in the world. Like the other seven. If it's like, let's say, if I ever got a billion, like the other seven is gonna be doing whatever they do. But we kicking it the right way. You know, showing people how to be authentic. So I'm proud of that. And I'm proud of my numbers. Which, by the way, let me shout out my subscribers and say, hey, I'm so proud of y'all, man. I keep telling y'all, we're going to mess around and hit 3,000. We are on our way to 3,000 before the new year. I think it's possible. I really do. I look at my numbers and I can see what's about to happen. It's about to be a real, real special thing. No doubt. Yeah. Yeah. So what I was going to say is we are close right now to 2,300. 2,300 is what we're so close to right now. It's like 2,287 or whatever. It may be, who knows, it'll be 300 by the time I get off this live. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of energy we coming with into 2026. And I couldn't be more proud of it because I know it's destiny. We supposed to do this year. This is that year. We overdue. We overdue for monetization. They say that the average channel will, have a hard time for about 5 years and then it'll happen. Well, it's 7 years for me because I started getting serious about this thing and posting regular in 2019. I was on here in 2018, looking pretty regular, but I would say 2019 is when I got serious about I'm gonna be a YouTuber. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for it. So 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Like I say, 7. And how many letters in ONYXCON? Holla if you hear me. I'm talking about it's destiny, y'all. It's destiny. 7, baby. That's 7. That's 7 years, 7 letters. ONYXCON. This is our year. The 8 is infinity. 8 is the infinity number. Turn 8 sideways, that's infinity. It's the infinity. I'm telling y'all right now, it's forever. This is the year. 26 gonna be, I ain't even gonna say our year. Every year is our year. But it's gonna be a very, 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 very special year. I know everybody says that every year. Everybody wants to feel optimistic about the year. And I don't expect everything to be perfect about it either. It's gonna be what all years are. They got their stuff. There's always people dying. There's always people being born. There's always stress and trauma. There's always political nonsense. There's always war. There's always famine. There's always all this bullshit that we all hate to hear about. But there's also prosperity. There's also love. There's also family. There's also friends. There's also trips. There's also interviews. There's also good times. There's also better times. There's also best times. That's what we gonna focus on. That's what we gonna focus on. That's why if some of y'all who are subscribers will notice, I still do like memorial posts when people pass. Like we lost D'Angelo, the legendary singer, soul singer, Divine. Shout out to D'Angelo and his family and everybody who knew him and knows him. Amazing, amazing artist, right? One of the greatest. And that was really sad because we had also lost brother Malcolm Jamal Warner, which is just still just unthinkable, And both these brothers was in their 50s. I just entered my 50s. So do you understand like how that feels sometimes when you thinking that all the people you kind of know might go sooner because they live so recklessly and stuff, some of them be hanging around. And then somebody like that just ain't living reckless, ain't doing crazy stuff, but health traumas or just, with Malcolm's situation, it was this random thing on a vacation. It's like, God damn. So, it really makes you think about your mortality and get serious about making sure whatever it is you want out of this life, man. That's what everybody I know my age was saying online. We were all saying the same thing, like, yo, whatever it is you want out of this journey, get it. Go for it. Unapologetic. It ain't got to make sense to nobody else. It's for you. Whatever. You can't be listening to family, friends. No, if anybody, why you want to go there? Why you want to take that trip? Why do you like them kind of people? Why are you trying to date her? Why are you trying to do this? It ain't got nothing to do with no damn body else but you. Because when your story is written, let me ask you this. You think about most celebrities you know about, right? Some of them, they let everybody in their business because it's social media culture, right? Some of them, they let everybody in their business because of this social media culture, right? But even when you do know a little bit, you don't know nothing. You don't really know. You don't know why these people are doing what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you don't know. You have no idea what they really be going through. It's real. It's a situation of, they give you a little bit and people take what they want out of that and make up the rest of the story. They don't know nobody's life. So my point of all what I was really gonna say is when you go, whatever you left as your legacy, that's what people gonna know of you. They gonna only know your legacy. So whatever it is you're known for will stand out most. They say, well, what did he do? What did she do? What's the do question? The do is always your art, your creativity, your contributions to life on this planet. That's it. That's it. If you were a singer, dancer, drawer, painter, five more things, that's what they're gonna say about you. That's what people gonna be like, oh snap, okay. Well, let me see some of the work. Let me hear some of the work. You a culinary artist. Oh man, did anybody retain their recipes? Yes, somebody did. They have a whole restaurant that does nothing but his food or her food. Oh man, I gotta go there. Put that on my life list. I gotta get that out of life. I gotta experience that. It may not be the most authentic because the person ain't allowed to put their hands on it, but it is their recipe. So let me go get a moment of that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it, y'all, and that lives forever. People can keep teaching that recipe. It lives forever. People can keep singing that song somebody wrote. It lives forever. Somebody did whatever on the basketball court, football field, whatever it is you do. It lives forever. As long as even if the archives of the images go away, people gonna tell the stories. Man, he did this and then he did that, and that's that original human orated. What we said happened is how it happened. You know, yeah, man. It's layered. It's real life. It's real important. Somebody asked, "Do you earn money by having many subscribers?" No, because we're not monetized yet. We need to be monetized. We deserve to be monetized. That's why I ask every time somebody's on here. I say, "Yo, subscribe, y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe. Because if you subscribe, and not just subscribe, watch. See, when I say subscribe, it's the next part. I'm hoping you'll come back. You don't just hit the button and then, all right, I was on YouTube. I'm gonna go to sleep for a month. Huh? No, no. We got plenty of content for you. This is a true library of information. ONYXCON, I always tell folks, it's like a college course, class, presentation experience in one, and well, not even just one, but on this particular platform, because then we got all the other platforms. We are a network. So we have everything we got on Instagram, we got everything we got here, we got what we got on TikTok, we got what we got on, which we don't have a lot there, but I did go live and do broadcasts of my gaming on TikTok. I prefer doing it on YouTube, but most of all that is still YouTube. YouTube is it. This is the biggest, in my opinion, I can't say it's the absolute biggest database of anything we've ever done in the name of ONYXCON, because that would have to be Instagram for how long we've been on there. We've been on there much longer, and there's just way more relayed, curated content. But as far as more original, not reposted, because I admit, yeah, 90% of what I have on the @ONYXCON on Instagram or any of our Instagram pages, we got @ONYXCON, we got @ONYXCON Style, ONYXCON Rides, ONYXCON Fitness, ONYXCON Music, ONYXCON Hotties, HOTTIEZ, shouting out the beautiful ladies of the world and their talents, okay? Uh, ONYXCON Sankofa, which is a private page if you're a subscriber, which if you subscribe for $4.99 a month, you get access to that. We let you in on there. And that's historical notations of stuff that sometimes is so controversial because of this jacked up world we in, where you got some nutballs around here trying to rewrite history and do away with people's actual truths. So we put the real stuff over there because we don't even want to hear the debate. But we know if we let that page be open to the public, it would just be always some mess going on in the comments. So I don't even want to hear all that. It's private. It's like it's for only the scholars to come in, just like any other kind of library, and peep the information. And it's the kind where you can check it out as long as you want. You don't have to bring the book back because it's just there. You can go to where it came from. It's all curated. It's actual other people's information. We're just relaying it in one place, a database, and that's something we do here too. But I do a little less of that on YouTube because every app has its own culture. It's like on Instagram. Instagram was built, quite frankly, off of sharing. If people didn't share stuff, nothing would go viral. And that's true of all this stuff, to be honest. Nothing would go viral if it didn't get shared. Even on here, it's not as think about it. Most people, if they find something cool here, they don't share it here. They share it on Facebook. They share it on Fanbase. I hope you know about Fanbase. Really cool app. Steady growing. Still needed some changes and trying to get better, but it's there. Check it out. It's the only CEO black man led organization of a social media platform with a very diverse company, all kind of folk working for him. But Isaac Hayes III, which is the son of Isaac Hayes, the legendary soul funk singer, maestro, the main man from the '70s, legend, Isaac, and actor and voiceover talent. You remember Chef from South Park? Yes, this is his son I'm talking about. Isaac Hayes III started a thing called Fanbase. Check it out. Really dope. Worth knowing about. So I'm saying, like, whether people see it here, they don't repost here as much. They send it over to Facebook. They send it over to even Instagram sometimes. They do, that's more so what that culture of that is. And but here, if you build on a page, now I will say people will save stuff on their page if it's just their personal page, so that they can remember where it's at. If they want to share it with a friend, family, whatever, they got a library. They got, we all got our playlists. Some of them public, some of them private. But this is how it goes. I'm saying people put stuff out there. That's how stuff goes viral. So unfortunately, because of the way the rules are here, I think it's kind of corny and hypocritical. I know it is. It's very hypocritical. It's like everything is built off of a share. So why would you like the whole thing about some people not liking reaction videos? I do reaction videos. I do a lot of them, mostly it's shorts now. I've done a few reaction long videos. I haven't done as many of those because I'm leery of it. I don't want to mess with the wrong person and they get mad or don't like what you had to say and then they come after your whole channel over one video. You work too damn hard at this, putting out stuff to have anything jeopardize your success after you put in these years. Like I said,